Hey everybody, and welcome back. So we are going to be doing our first weekly check-in for the month of March. So we have our Filofax wallet here that has all of our cash envelopes that we check in for weekly. So we're just going to go ahead and pull these out. And this first one is groceries. I just never put a label on it. Then we have all of my expense stickers from my Etsy shop that we'll be using today, as well as our bill due stickers and all of our bill scripts that we'll use for this month. And then we have our no spend stickers for any days that we did not spend any money on, including bills. So we have those. So we're going to flip to March, and we're going to use our monthly view here first and lay down all of our bills and then expenses that we've already had come out for this month. All right, so we haven't paid car, student loans, pest control. They've changed it to a set date on the 7th, and it didn't come out today because the day is the 7th, so we're just going to see if it comes out tomorrow. But they changed their payment method thing or something, and they can only set it for a certain date now. So, but we did pay phone, we paid rent, storage came out, paid the internet, which the internet is going to be a little off. I'm going to tell you about that. Power has been paid. Car insurance has not. Water hasn't yet. And I want to say that's it. Okay. So those are the ones that we are going to be putting in for this first week. All right. So first up, we had power. And power came in at $270.03. Oh, I wrote power. I had the sticker for it. It was definitely higher, and I kind of expected it to be higher because we had plugged in another heater, so I expected that to go up this month. And we haven't really had to use them, so it's been getting warm. So hopefully we are good at that. That was Friday. By the way, all of my stickers are still on sale in my Etsy shop. And I got this too short. I think I pulled the A5. It's fine. All of my stickers that you see for this layout are listed in my Etsy shop. And there is a code for 10% off, which is May 10. If you're interested in any of the stickers that you see. Next up, we have internet. And we had a year contract that kept us at that $55.60, and that ended in February. So March it went up. I called, they reduced it back down to the amount I was paying, but the next 2 months is going to be different. It's going to be like 70 in April and then back down to 65 in May. So it's going to fluctuate the next couple months. But I had to call and get that straightened out on, was that Saturday? No, I did it on Sunday. I was hoping that they were open. Okay. Then storage came out just fine on the 1st. And that's $64. Okay. Rent we paid on the 1st. $600. All right, and then our phones was $151. And the only reason it's the exact same amount is because we are on my mother's plan and we have a set amount that we pay each month. And that was done on Friday. All right, so there's all of the bills that have been paid so far this month. Now let's look at the expenses that we have. All right, so first up we have groceries, and we have got 4 transactions. So I didn't cancel the meal subscription that I have right now. So that came out, and that was $10. And then on on the 1st, which is Tuesday, which is always our really long days in the car between school pickup, speech stuff, and everything else. We spend a lot of time in the car. Me and the kids grabbed Zaxby's, and they messed up our order. So we went back the next day, and they replaced the whole order for the same, with no price, no charge. So we got 2 full meals for all of us to eat for $25, which they messed it up. So then we went and did our weekly grocery shopping on Wednesday. We went to Walmart, which I should have seen the grocery haul video. That was $60 there. And then Aldi's was $47. All right. So the subscription in Zaxby's was on the 1st. And then Walmart and Aldi's was on the 2nd. All right, and I haven't went and did our grocery haul for this week. Don't think we're going to need much, but I say that every week, and then we need stuff. So, you know, we'll see how it happens. Next category that we're going to be looking at is our gas, which is purple. As you can see here, we already, okay. So we already have 3 transactions. Gas around us just hit $4. So that's going to be fun. So first up, we have Spinks. And that was for me, $50 to fill my car up. James went and filled up the next morning. And that was $30 for his car. And then just a few days ago, 2 days ago actually, we stopped and filled up my car again because someone said the gas prices were about to jump, and they did the next day. So we went ahead and filled mine back up, and it was $30. So we've had 3 transactions for gas so far. So we had the first, second, and then the 5th. Oh, it went sideways. Okay, so there's our 3 gas transactions. Next up, personal spending. So James told me I could keep all of it since there was only $48 total. And on Wednesday, we stopped by the Nutrition Club, and I grabbed me a tea, an energizing tea, to get me through the day because it was going to be a long one. And that was $8. For 8. All right, and that was the only transaction. This one's so colorful. All right, that was the only one. And then miscellaneous. I want to say we have a miscellaneous. So on, was it Saturday? Yes, Saturday, I ordered a razor hair cutting thing, and it was $32. It was 31 and some change, so just rounded it up, which would be 18. Yeah, okay. So I ordered that off of Amazon so we could get all the fellas in the house a good haircut. We have 3 boys and my husband all needed a haircut, and it was cheaper to go ahead and just buy a new razor, shaver. I'm not sure what they're called, clippers, whatever the word is. We purchased that so we could get all of their haircut without having to go out somewhere and get them all done, and we can keep reusing it. So I mean, it seemed like a better investment. So that was from Amazon. That was $32. And that was on Saturday. I ordered that. Okay. I think that's everything. I don't believe we've had any unbudgeted yet for the month. Okay. So next up, we're going to look and see how many days we haven't spent any money. So we are looking from the 1st until the 7th. So the 3rd has no transactions. And the 7th, look at us go. We have 2 for the first week. So I know we have a bill that was possibly going to clear here, several that are going to be paid here. So we'll see how it goes. Kids start spring break on this week here. So lots going on for this month, but we're going to flip over to our weekly check-in. And we're going to be checking in from the 1st until the 7th. All right, so for groceries, I have all of my transactions here, so we're just going to use these numbers. All right. First up, the 10, 25, 60, 47. So we spent a total of $142 the first week. All right, and we started with $550, $148. So we should have $408, and I took out and left only a small amount in here, so let me go ahead and grab the rest of it. I leave this at home so I don't have too much to go over our budget. So there are quite a bunch of singles. So let's make sure this is 408. So we have 1, 2, 53, 54, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8. So 408 for groceries. We're gonna slide it all back in there for right now. 408. And if we divide that by how many more weeks we have, which is 3, about 136 per week, and we should be good for the month. So hopefully we can stay in that range. And I'll try to not put more than 150 left in here. That way when I go out, we're not spending all of our grocery money. Next up, we have gas. So 50 and then 2 30s. So $110 the first week. All right, and we started our month with $280. So $170 is what we have remaining for gas. And divided that by 3, $56 average that's for both cars if we want to stay within our budget. So we're going to be seeing what we can do on cutting down. We only drive a minimum now, so cutting back even more, I don't know how that would work unless I left the club, but we'll see. So next up, spending, and I had one spending for $8. Started the month with 48, so I should have $40 remaining. Let's see. So 20, 40. Perfect. All right. Next up, miscellaneous, and that's the only one I don't have wrote down over here. And actually, I have the right color for miscellaneous, and that was on 35, 32. Razor. All right. So 32. Let's see if my math was right when I wrote it down. Minus 32. 18. Nailed it. All right, let's see if that's what's remaining in here. All right, so 10, 15, 16, 17, 18. Perfect. All right. And then nothing for unbudgeted, which means we haven't had anything to worry about for unbudgeted, which is awesome. So I will go in and highlight these so I know that I've already tracked all of them and kind of color coordinate them with the color that represents them. And I have this that color coordinates. I color coordinate everywhere. But we did have sinking funds. So I had a nephew's birthday, just spent $20 for him. Also $20 for Alexis's yearbook. which needs to be sent in. Is it 20? She's actually doing pictures tonight at dance, so we'll have probably most likely be purchasing pictures. So that's going to be fun. So far, no other categories have been spent. We've actually added quite a bit. If you didn't check out the cash envelope stuffing video that I just posted this past week, you might want to go check that out because we stuffed a lot of sinking funds. I did have a few questions in that video. So I didn't stuff any of these for like myself, just because I have the kids' birthdays that are more important. James needs glasses, like more needs than a want for me is making sure that my family has what they need. I don't really need anything, and if I do, like, usually it's something very small and very inexpensive. So, but I want to make sure we're covered for theirs. And then birthdays is for all of us. So, I mean, whatever's not used for one birthday, it just keeps rolling into the next birthday. That way we have a rolling fund of birthdays for everybody. But I do try to keep the same amount per my kids. So, and then like we even funded the pet to make sure we had some set aside for him in case an emergency happens or anything like that. But for me, I just look at it as long as they have what they need, I know that I will be taken care of if anything happens because they're taken care of already. Also, I did add more into our savings here, but had said that I put aside some of our tax refund into savings. This 50 here was able to be funded from these categories that we normally would receive during the month. So this did not include this $3,500. So when I wrote this out, I knew that I was going to be funding all of this. So I didn't even think about adding any to that. But I did make sure to add to every other category. So that was just how we looked at it and how we managed to work it out for us. I think that was everything. Phone bill will probably be changing next month. Internet's going to be a little bit different. And I think that should be everything. I think that's it. So far 2 no spends. So there is 31 days. So if we can have between 15 and 16 no spends for the month, which means that we did not spend any money, pay any bills, pretty much stayed at home all day and didn't do anything besides pick up kids from school, you know, that kind of day, are considered no spends for us. Because money did come in and out for our accounts. I know some people don't look at it as a bill for here, but for me, it just, if I lay a sticker down, it makes sense in my head for a no spend to have no stickers laid down with bills and amounts wrote down on them. But that's just me. Somebody did ask how many I had on my no spends. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 20 no spends. So that's how many are on there. I think that's everything. I covered everything. I think I've answered a bunch of the questions that I've seen recently post up on the channel. But don't forget, if you're interested in these stickers that you've seen in my planner, they are all in my shop on sale until March 11th. And use May 10 for 10% off your order. But hopefully y'all have a good rest of the week. Can't wait to catch y'all in my next video, and I will see y'all then. Bye bye now.